Chris, turn the camera on. Good morning, everybody.
Oops.
Didn't know we were live there. So you're with us kind of in our practice session this morning. Kathy and I have been working on our Advent music because we know we have lessons and carols coming up, but more on that in a minute. We wanted to talk a little bit, though, this morning about one of our beloved traditions at Epiphany, and Kathy reminds me that this is our 5th year of doing stir-up pudding. Now this comes, Kathy, I'm going to turn it over to you and have you tell us where this comes from, because this is really a Kathy thing. She brought this to us, and it's a wonderful thing, but it has to do with the collect that we have on the 3rd Sunday of Advent, which is, coincidentally, this coming Sunday. We tend to refer to it as Stirrup Sunday. And the collect goes like this. It says, "Stir up your power, O Lord, and with great might come among us. Because we are sorely hindered by our sins, let your bountiful grace and mercy speedily help and deliver us." Oh, wow. You've heard me say before that not all collects are created equal. This is one of the unequal ones, brothers and sisters. This is poetry, and this is power. So on Stirrup Sunday, we have a really cool tradition. Kathy, why don't you tell everybody about this, since this is your baby?
Okay, well first, the Stirrup Sunday came when we moved to Casper, Wyoming. The church we went to, St. Mark's Episcopal in Casper, they did stirrup pudding on Stirrup Sunday, and we did it for 12 years. When we moved from Casper to Evanston, we didn't get to do it. We moved from Evanston to Las Vegas, we didn't get to do it until Father Rick came, and I suggested, can we do this? And he said, sure, why not? Let's do it. So I started.
Father Rick likes to eat.
I started the stirrup pudding, and I'll give you a little history behind it. The activity of the stirrup pudding began in the 1700s. Traditionally, families gathered together in the kitchen of their homes to mix and steam Christmas pudding on Stirrup Sunday. Parents taught their children how to mix the ingredients for the pudding. Everyone takes a turn to stir the pudding mix, for each person involved is able to make a special wish for the year ahead. I know what my wish is going to be.
Might have something to do with these little babies.
Yeah. Practically, stirring the mixture is hard work. Any of you that have done it in the past, if you're at the 8 o'clock service, you know how hard it is to stir.
Oh, yeah.
10 o'clock, it's getting real gooey, and it's even harder to stir.
Yeah, if you're one of the first 3 or 4 people at 8 o'clock, you better get a workout.
And usually there's pudding all over the table because they're like.
Yeah, the Epiphanites are a messy crowd.
Yeah.
We love you all, but you are messy.
So practically, stirring the mixture is hard work. Therefore, as many as possible are involved. By tradition, the mixture is stirred from east to west. Think clockwise. You start at 6 o'clock and you stir towards 12 o'clock, and that's in honor of the 3 wise men who visited the baby Jesus. So this year, being totally different than the last 4 years, I wrote the recipe. If you want the recipe for the stirrup pudding, just email Father Rick and he will send it to you. However, this recipe is made to make enough pudding for 8 and 10 o'clock. So,
for the entire congregation, let's be honest.
So if you don't want to eat stirrup pudding for the next year, I suggest you pare it down just a lot.
Yeah, adjust it to the size of your appetite and the number of people in your household. That might be a good way to put that, right?
Yes, and also included in the recipe is the hard sauce that when you warm up the pudding so that you want to eat it, whenever you want to eat it, you warm it up, you put the hard sauce on, which has brandy in it. If you so choose not to have alcohol in it, just leave the brandy out. It's still really good.
Oh, it's really good sauce.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good sauce. Yeah, and what we've been doing at the parish is Kathy does the hard work of putting all the ingredients together, and then she brings this massive bowl And we do. We all take turns stirring the pudding after the 8 and 10 o'clock services on Advent 3. And while we won't be able to do that this year, we've given you the opportunity to do that virtually for yourself. So if you want to send me an email, we can get you that recipe, and you can do that. There's another cherished tradition that also is celebrating its 5th year at Epiphany this year, and that is Lessons and Carols. Our Lessons and Carols has become one of the most popular things that we do at Epiphany. Well, I can't say the most popular because everything we do is getting more and more popular as time goes on, but Lessons and Carols is a cherished 5-year tradition now, and despite the fact that we can't gather in the church, we just couldn't let it go this year. So we've done something quite different. We've created a virtual Lessons and Carols service, and it will be broadcast right here on our Facebook page as well as on our YouTube channel. So if you're not a Facebook person, you can get it at 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Sunday the 13th, this coming Sunday, 4 p.m., the virtual Lessons and Carols service will be broadcast for all. It is a wonderful way to get you in that spirit. We're doing all of our preparation. We're getting ready for Christmas. Lessons and Carols is an amazing way to do that. And, in addition, after Lessons and Carols, we always have a reception, which more or less has evolved into our church holiday party. Well, we didn't have the ability to gather this year. I know, stop me if you've heard that before, but we're not going to let that go either. At 4:30, after the service concludes, we're going to transition over to Zoom, where we will all have the ability to gather from our homes, through our computers, dress up, dress down, however you want to do it, have a glass of eggnog or a little Christmas cookie, and we'll be able to gather and see one another's faces and chat, and it will be a wonderful experience. If you would like to participate in that Zoom reception after Lessons and Carols, send an email to me, and I will get you the access codes for that. Now you might say, well, Rick, what is that email address? It is rector, R-E-C-T-O-R, at nvepiphany.org. Rector at nvepiphany.org. You send that to me, I'll send you the access codes, and we'll see you Sunday afternoon. Kathy and the music team have been doing a tremendous amount of work on this, and I'm just so excited to present this to you. But before we sign off, but wait, there's still more. I feel like Ron Popeil doing infomercials here, because this coming evening at our Supper Song and Praise COVID edition, I am given to understand that we have a special guest speaker. Kathy, do you know who that special guest speaker might be?
Well, I've made something to speak about, so I think it's me.
I think it's you.
Yes.
See the way we did that with great shock and surprise? Our guest speaker tonight at Supper Song and Praise will be our very own director of music, Kathy Steinbrenner. I am looking forward to seeing it, and I hope you will join us as well. So, lots coming from Epiphany for you, brothers and sisters. Tonight, over the course of this weekend, and then look on our Facebook page and the emails that we sent out about what's coming up on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
I just want to say, I am really excited about the Lessons and Carols. You will be too. Everybody in the music department has contributed, and it's going to be fabulous. So please watch. Tell your friends. It's wonderful.
Yeah, this is not just Epiphany. You can send this link to everybody you know. Anybody you think needs a little pick-me-up in the holiday season, this will be it. As I said on Sunday, you haven't lived until you've heard 10-year-old Sylvia Lenker give us the Garden of Eden speech out of Genesis. And the music department, I cannot tell you how blessed we are. So do yourselves a favor and partake of virtual Lessons and Carols, our virtual Lessons and Carols reception following, and come to Supper Song and Praise tonight. Kathy?
And make stirrup pudding.
And make yourselves some stirrup pudding. All right, thank you for being willing to do this. God bless you. God love you. We'll see you tonight at Supper Song and Praise.